So while you guys get warmed up with some questions about traveling in New Zealand, we'll go through some questions we received throughout the week. And we're going to be getting started with, all right, I'm just going to try to pronounce that name. Okay, cool. So we're going to be getting started with Fizaslam. That is a subscriber from us since already 4 months, which is pretty awesome. So thanks for being so loyal. So Fizaslam asks, can you please make a video on Arthur's Pass short walk, please? All right, so there are quite a lot of short walks around Arthur Pass because it's really not a big populated area of New Zealand, let's be honest. Arthur Pass is literally a pass that goes through the Southern Alps. It goes between, well, you know, you can start in Christchurch, but it basically links Christchurch and Greymouth on the South Island of New Zealand. And it is one of the most fantastic road trip of New Zealand. And it's not just a road trip. A lot of people actually do Arthur Pass by train because there is the world famous Transalpine train, which is one of the 10 most beautiful train rides in the world. There is a video of it on the channel right here, and that goes through beautiful Arthur Pass, which is pretty awesome because it's such a fantastic place to explore. The advantage of doing it by train is that, well, you get to enjoy the entire scenery without having to worry about the drive. Not that the drive is too hard. Arthur Pass actually is quite well. It's a big road. It's nice. There's a couple of one-way bridges, but it's fine. Yeah. So Arthur Pass, great place to drive through, great place to train through. Now, if you're driving through, it's still a rather long drive, so you may want to break it out with a few short walks or with a few pit stops. So what we've done, we've selected 3 short walks to do in Arthur Pass. So that's walks that are relatively easy, but also short enough that you can actually fit them during your road trip when going between Greymouth and Christchurch, or between Christchurch and Greymouth. All right, so we're going to be getting started with one called Millennium Walk.
Yeah, so this is definitely the shortest walk on our list, and the Millennium Walk is only a 10-minute return walk. Or maybe it's 10-minute one way and back, I'm not quite sure, but it doesn't really matter.
It depends. For us, it literally just 10 minutes
it depends on how fast you walk, and you will probably want to spend time at one end because what you see there is pretty awesome. So this is a really short walk which you start from the Arthur's Pass Visitor Centre, which is right on the main road in the village itself, so it's really easy to find. And it's just a short walk through beautiful forest until you reach Avalanche Creek Falls. And if you're actually staying in the village overnight, a really cool thing about these waterfalls is that it's lit up at night, so you could go and do an evening stroll and also see the waterfalls as well. Oh, a bird just flew into the window, but he seems fine.
He's fine, he's fine.
But yeah, it's probably the only place I can think of in New Zealand where you can go to a waterfall walk at night and actually see it at night, so that's pretty cool.
And also, honestly, 10 minutes is the length of the walk, so it's great to stretch your legs when you're doing the big walk and everything, but plan sometimes as well to take a million pictures over there. Yes. Because it is very scenic, and you know, when literally you've been given like a 10-minute walk, that just means it's 10 minutes to just walk that track. A lot of people just stay there for a wee while. I would actually recommend that as a great spot to have your little lunch, your picnic, just as a tip. Absolutely. Moving on. So the next one we're going to be talking about, and that's probably the most famous walk on the Arthur Pass road, is Devil's Punchbowl Falls.
Yes, so this is another waterfall, and spoiler alert, all our walks do feature waterfalls in Arthur's Pass that we've picked, but who doesn't love a good waterfall? Yeah. But yeah, the Devil's Punchbowl waterfall walk starts from the Devil's Punchbowl car park, as it's known, and this is only about 1 kilometre away from the train station. So if you are taking the train into Arthur's Pass from Christchurch, staying there and waiting for the train to come back about 3 hours later, this is a good walk that you can do, and it only takes about 10 minutes to reach the start of the walk itself. And then the walk is a 1 hour return walk, so you'll have plenty of time to do that if you're taking the train, or obviously if you're on a road trip. But yeah, this is a beautiful walk which takes you through amazing forest. But obviously the highlight is reaching the waterfall, which is a pretty magnificent sight. It's about 112 meters high, so that's pretty huge. Awesome photo opportunities and all that good stuff. So that's probably why it's one of the highlights, because it is one of the most majestic waterfalls of the Arthur's Pass National Park.
Yeah. Okay. So moving on. So again, Devil's Punchbowl Falls, probably the most popular kind of walk in Arthur Pass. So if you have to only pick one, it is probably this one that you should be picking. But if you do want another option, and this one is very aptly named, it's the Arthur Pass walking track.
Yes.
Original name. Very
I know,
original.
right? So this one, I think, would maybe be a little bit much to fit if you are taking the train, but it's definitely a good one to do if you are driving yourself through Arthur's Pass, because the walk is about 2 hours and 40 minutes return, and it actually also starts from the Devil's Punchbowl waterfall car park, so it's from the same place as what we just mentioned before. And yeah, this is a good walk to do to sort of incorporate like basically the best of what Arthur's Pass National Park is all about. You get to go through beautiful forest. You obviously get to see a waterfall. So the waterfall is Bridal Vale Falls, it's called. And
there's another Bridal Vale on the northern end, but this one is the one from the south.
Yes. They obviously weren't very imaginative when naming their waterfalls. But also you get to go over sort of like alpine tussock shrubland as well. So some exposed like mountain tops. Takes you up to the Arthur's Pass summit. And this is one of the best places actually to go up to if you want to see some kea birds or kea parrots. This is the world's only type of alpine parrot. And they're very cheeky and they're very clever as well. They're very devious. If you put your backpack down, they're usually rummaging through your backpack and, you know, just trying to peck things with their beaks and stuff. They're really cute and really amazing to watch. So if you do want to see some kea parrots, that's usually the best place to go, is on this walk. And you can make the walk a little bit longer as well, because it does connect to another short walk called the Dobson Nature Walk, which is a place, well, it has different signage along the track, which tells you about the different trees and shrubs and stuff that you get to see along the way. So if you do want to spend, you know, it's still classed as a short walk because it's under 3 hours. But if you do want to spend a little more time in Arthur's Pass, the Arthur's Pass walking track's probably the best one to do.
There you go. So you've got plenty of options. You got the super short one, which is about 10 minutes. You got the Devil's Punchbowl, which is, you know, the most popular one, and which is a medium one. And then you have a little bit longer one, which is the Arthur Pass walking track. That should help you break up the drive during your Arthur Pass road trip. It's definitely a road trip worth doing. And if you don't get to drive it, definitely take the train. It's absolutely awesome. If you too have some questions for us, if you want to plan your trip with the expert behind NZPocketGuide.com, you can definitely ask your questions in the comment of this video in the live chat right now. We're here to answer all your questions and help you plan your trip. And if you want to pick our brain 24/7, you can head to NZPocketGuide.com. It's New Zealand's largest online travel guide. Millions of readers, thousands of articles. Here you go. In the meantime, you can like and subscribe to say thank you for all our hard work. Let's go back to the live chat.